This hurts me a lot. Why do we as women, especially Christian women, do not believe that we desire to have healthy relationships, to have enough financial bandwidth to take care of our needs and beyond, even if they now to go even beyond now to desires, for instance, of traveling, smelling good, eating good, staying at home, working from home, whatever you desire that is beyond average, or that is not being set as a standard in terms now of our societal standards. When in fact, when you have those things, when you have your cup is full, when your cup is full, you are therefore even more powerful to show up for the people around you, for your family, for your husband, for your friendships, for your colleagues at work, because your cup is full. Why do we always put ourselves last? And we cannot even get to ourselves, because by that time we are so depleted. Because from waking up in the morning to going back to bed, the last thing on our mind is taking care of someone else when we wake up in the morning. Why is our nurturing gift sometimes a burden? Why is the blessing of us being caring and gentle and generous sometimes become our curse? It just hurts that we do not see ourselves as essential, as powerful. You hear a woman, she will say, no, it's just I they will say, they would even undermine the value they add to their child's growth if they are homeschooling, if they are working from home, or not even if they are unemployed but they are taking care of the family. They would even undervalue that as if it's something not even worth mentioning, that it's something like it's like they can't even share that, because it's undervalued. It's not uh, like what is being talked about is like a woman who is a go-getter, a strong woman who goes out there and brings the bag and takes care of the financial needs, and beyond, like this sometimes you can be at headlocks in terms of earning, and also men, but which should not be. We're not competing with men, but we also want for I'm an advocate for women being champions just by sharing their stories. You don't have to be, for me, you are a superhero when you have gone through things in life, when you have the scars to show, and at the same time you are willing to heal from those scars. You are no longer feeling the shame and the condemnation and hiding those scars, but in fact you are healing because you know what is greater on the other side of your healing, that there's someone who needs to hear that someone did it, that someone has been through, because sometimes we feel so alone, like I am the only one who's experiencing this kind of difficulty in my marriage, this kind of financial struggle, that I have to always say no to my children, that now my children have to be moved from school to another school because maybe we cannot afford any longer. Sometimes we feel like we are alone in that torment, in that struggle, in that suffering. But when we share our stories, and not just the other side, in terms of, okay, now I'm on the other side, I'm living the life, but how did you get there? And when we are sharing how we got there, we need to be relatable. We need to be, don't put in the forefront, yes, the yacht, the mansion, the $1 million day. Those things are beautiful. But can you be relatable? Can I see myself in you? Can I see my struggle in you and be inspired that there is hope? That if she can do it, I can too. If she's winning, I'm winning too. And therefore, I don't need to be jealous. I don't need to be envious. But in fact, I can draw from her strength. Because I think that is our superpower as women, is that we are so caring up to the point, okay, firstly of our own demise. We are so caring that sometimes it works against us, because by the end of the day we are so depleted that we don't even get to our own, to the things we desire ourselves. Sometimes we do not even have the means, because we are giving and giving, which is a beautiful thing to give. But remember, you are not the savior. You're not going to save everyone. And can you please first save yourself? Can you please first save yourself by recognizing that this putting yourself at the back is a soul fragmentation. There's a healing that needs, there's a soul restoration that is needed there. That this cannot be just, it is my personality. No, it's not your personality. There is trauma. There is trauma, that there is rejection that is a root of that behavior, of that pattern, because now you were never created to suffer. Yes, suffering is part of it, but that cannot just be your story. Suffering, suffering, suffering. There has to be a point where you get to the other side and share how your suffering has made you the person that you are now, that you are today. But first thing, you have to hate where you are. And I don't mean in terms of hating your existence, but hate that you are where you are and not where you want to be. You have to hate it more than you hate the change. Otherwise, you are not going to move and take the necessary steps that take you to the other side, if there is still some level of comfort where you are. You have to hate. If it's the relationship you're in that you have to hate it so much. If it is the lack of financial freedom that you have to hate it so much. If it is the lack of time that you are so overstretched, you have to hate that so much. If it is your health that is depleting or that is failing you, you have to hate that so much. If it is your memory loss, you have to hate that so much. If it is your career, you have to hate that so much, and hate it more than you hate the change. That is the thing that is going to push you. That is the hating where you are and being reminded of how painful it was, of how helpless you felt, of how no one could come to your rescue except for Jesus. And you have to hate it with passion, because that is the only thing that is going to give you the that is going to be your power when times of feeling like giving up come. You will remember, I never want to go back there. I never want to be that person again. I never want to be in that situation again. And therefore, that is the thing that is going to propel you. The reminder is going to be the thing that propels you to where you desire to be. Otherwise, if there's still a level of comfort where you are currently, then there is no the possibilities of going where you want to be are getting slimmer and slimmer. Let us not make toxic, dysfunctional cycles a normality. Let us not make toxic and dysfunctional cycles and patterns and behaviors our personality, when it is not. In fact, when it is trauma, rejection, when it is rooted on pain. Yes, you are a giving person, but you should not be giving to your demise. Yes, you are a kind person, but you should not be a pushover. Yes, you are a loving person, but you deserve to be loved your kind of a way. Doesn't mean now, just because you are this sweet, loving, caring, giving person, that now people should walk all over you. No, that is not the calling of God over your life. That is trauma. That is not your personality. That is trauma. And therefore, when you hate it and stop making it a normal thing, no, it is me, no, that's me, and people saying, no, she's like that. No, it is rooted on rejection, and therefore you need your soul restored. You need your soul restored.